Hi everyone, Hadley here with Hillcrest Tennis. Today we are going to be discussing tactics and positioning for singles play. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to be talking about positioning, location of your shot, where you should be hitting the ball, where not to hit the ball, and then also change of direction, the pros and cons. And then we have a little diamond here set up. We're going to be talking about why it's important to be hitting outside the diamond, and then we're also going to be discussing depth and where you should be hitting your return. So first off, we're going to talk about positioning and shading the ball. So when we're playing specifically singles, it's important to know where you're supposed to recover to so that you can maximize and be as efficient as possible and cover as much court as possible. So Noah and I are going to hit, and really the whole idea here is that you're recovering to the correct spot. So if I hit up the middle, I only need to recover to the middle of the court. But if I hit cross court, I have to shade to the angle of the ball. So that the ball should always be cross court from where I hit. So if I hit backhand, I'm diagonal here. Now if I hit down the line, now I have to, nice fit. So now I have to make sure that I recover so that I'm diagonal from the ball. So really when we're talking about where you should be hitting the ball and your recovery, the idea is that you want to hit the ball cross court because you don't have to recover nearly as much. If you hit down the line, okay, we'll go down the line here. So if I go down the line, now I have left Noah's high percentage shot cross court, which is the easier shot for him. Plus, I have to recover, let's see, if I hit it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps versus 1, 2, if I go back cross court. 1, 2, sometimes only even one shot. So you're covering 5 steps versus 1 to 2 steps if you're trying to go back down the line. So going cross court is not only more efficient and effective, but you're also you're hitting to the higher percentage shot. So if you think about it, hitting cross court, you have 4.5 feet longer in the court, and then the net is 6 inches lower than if you try and go down the line. But down the line has its purpose. But if we're looking at high percentage tennis, we're wanting to hit that ball cross court nice and deep. So we're going to shift into those two topics, hitting outside our diamond over here, and then in turn we're going to be getting depth. So when you hit outside the diamond, could you go over onto this side? So where Noah is standing, so if you can hit beyond the cones that way, you're getting depth, and then you're also making them move off of the court. And so you're trying to, the whole idea is that you're moving your opponent back and off the court so that you can dictate play in the middle of the court right here. All right, so if you can dictate play here, because you're hitting outside the diamond over here, now you're able to tell your opponent, I want you to move here, I want you to move here. And you're going to create forced errors, which we discussed last week. And then you're also going to create unforced errors because your opponent is feeling the pressure to do more with the ball than what they really need to. So Noah and I are going to hit, and I'm just going to let you kind of see where you should be recovering, and then also looking at where I'm going to hit the ball, and in turn, where is Noah hitting the ball? Okay? All right, let's rally up the middle. So if you notice, there are times when I hit the ball deep and Noah's ball hits the middle of the court right here. And also the same thing, if Noah hits the ball deep and outside the cone, like right above my head, then my ball is going to hit the middle of the court, and so then he can be more aggressive. Okay, and then also, I think the tendency is that we have to overhit the ball and outpower our opponent. But if we can really be smart about where we're hitting, so the placement and then also the depth, that definitely trumps power, because you're going to be, your tactic is more efficient, and a higher percentage. So let's talk about change of direction, the pros and cons. So if I'm hitting with Noah and we're hitting cross court, okay, and cross court outside the diamond, so cross court, oh god, so cross court, and now I can change direction. I can change direction when the ball is in the middle of the court here. If it's outside the diamond and deep, I want to go back cross court. I don't want to try and change direction if the ball is deep and hard, because then it's definitely a low percentage shot. So the rule of thumb, or my rule of thumb, I should say, is if it's in the middle of the court and you can dictate play, that's the time that's the time to change direction. The problem is people try and change direction too soon and at the wrong times. So make sure that you're being deliberate about your change of direction, because going down the line is important. It does open up the court,